So, dieses letzte Spiel für beide Teams. Entscheidet darüber. Der kann vielleicht sogar erster werden, wenn die Mannschaft, die Übermannschaft aus der Gruppe C, die Japaner gegen die Brasilianer spielen würden. Dann gibt es eine Chance für den Sieger hier, Gruppenerster zu werden. Ansonsten hätte die Sieger nicht. Wir sind in Gruppenzweiten. Wir beide erreichen wollen. Beide haben gegen die Brasilianer gewonnen. Und beide haben gegen die Japaner verloren. Und jetzt wollen wir den zweiten Sieg einfahren. Beide Teams hier. Der Regel auf den Sonntag. Also, es wird ein spannendes Spiel werden. Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher. Aufgrund der Ergebnisse, die beide Teams hier auf das Jahr haben. Time, hier gute Mann. Circa 10 Minuten ist es. Und die Schiedsrichter bitte die Teams vom Feld und wir begrüßen uns offiziell der Official Referee from Germany, Erik Etzelmüller. Und seine beiden Umpires from Spain, Juan Uruguayla. Und aus Costa Rica, Mauricio Gaume. Und der Commissioner kommt aus Mexiko, Juan Magallanes. Und jetzt holen wir mal die Tüte aus Hören und machen uns richtig laut. Als erstes natürlich das Team, das hier als Gast auftritt. Und wir begrüßen jetzt als erstes Team Nummer 1. Macht es laut hierfür. Team Sommer! contro i lunghi, quindi non voglio i giochi a due assolutamente, le penetrazioni di Khan o di Ar dall'altra parte quando Gurbulak va a giocare su quel lato, quindi voglio sempre un uomo al centro, casomai sale il piccolo dall'altra parte, non avendo un lungo, se Gurbulak attacca su questo lato e c'è Ar, voglio che il lungo sta attento su questo lato. Questi due, se c'è Perit in punta o chiunque ci sia, nel momento che lui scarica salgo e per un attimo gioco 2 contro 1, per un tiro da fuori o per la penetrazione che però è sempre un piccolo. Quindi vai sempre, i lati sono indifferenti non avendo Cem. Se entra Cem, il più alto va sul lato di Cem. È indifferente come state. L'importante è che Claudia e Ahmed, già quando lui arriva con la palla, lo tamponano fuori. Ok? Filippo, mi raccomando. Ok?
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Mortensen, and Joe Bestwick is joining me for the call of the It's Italy-Turkey game here at the World Championships in Hamburg. We've had similar competition for these two clubs. They both played Brazil. Italy beat them by 8, and Turkey beat them by 7, where they both lost to Japan. Italy lost by 8. And we had a real nail-biter last night where Turkey lost to Japan by 5. Joe, you've played both of these teams. What are your insights?
I'd say this is going to be a really fiery game. Like you can see that there's a great Turkish support here in the crowd. That's really, really good to see that we're getting such a good turnout at this tournament. But the Italians as well, they can really get fired up when they play. They can play physical, they can play super fast. They've got some dangerous players in this team. They're not quite the powerhouse that they used to be. They used to be real medal contenders, so year in, year out, and they're not quite at that level anymore, whereas Turkey are absolutely still up there on their day.
Right. Turkey came in 4th at both the last World Championships and Rio, so they're right there. But that fiery nature, I love seeing the players get emotional. I love seeing the crowd get fired up. But that worked against them last night. Yeah. You saw Ozkur like losing his temper a few times. You saw Ismail Ar get thrown from the game. I talked to him after the game. He said that was the first competition he's ever been thrown out of the game. Yeah. So they might need to control their emotions a little bit in this one.
Absolutely. Ar is usually one of the cooler heads within this Turkish team. I mean, Ozgur gets fired up. That's his game, and it can absolutely work for him. And when it goes right, he's unplayable when he's in that kind of mood. But it's the reason they're reigning European champions. Like it was that fiery nature of the team really helped them there. But it needs to be managed as well, and that's the challenge that they'll have.
And Ozkur, the way he goes, that's the way the Turkish team goes. I mean, all the offense goes through him. He's averaging over 30 points, 15 assists, 9 rebounds in the 2 games they've played so far.
Yeah, that's absolutely no surprise to me. Like everything they've built this team around over the last, I don't know, at least 8 years has been around Ozgur and over his threat from the 3-point line, and then everything else develops out of that. That's the reason guys like Khan and like Ismail Ar, some of the better low pointers in the world have been, at least over recent years.
They were both very efficient.
Yeah, they're super efficient because they just get fed really well by all the dump downs. Also, not just a great shooter, but a fantastic assist maker as well.
Definitely. Well, here we go.
So Italy running this 3 big lineup here could be really effective for them because they've got great size also in their lower classes there.
Yeah.
So Ahmed, for example, a player you can see here with just the one arm, he's a really, I don't know, people underestimate him or have traditionally underestimated him, but he is unbelievably quick, so strong, and he's got great reach with his arm. Like he finishes really well inside.
I'm always impressed with how much speed he has when he only has basically to the elbow with that right arm, a little bit below, but he's definitely a special player in his classification. He's real hard to play against as well because he uses his chair so well. He really gets dug into your wheels. He's a little bit out of control, but he seems to get away with it really well. Right.
It's an early look at the 3 from Claudio Spanu that is not quite dropping. A good pressure here by Ahmed. He's still going to look to work on Ozgur a little, I think. There's no roll there for Ferret Gumus.
Poppy from the elbow, nothing but net.
That's right. He's really developed. He's super young, and he's really developed over the last couple of years. He's a guy who could be very dangerous here for Italy today.
Yeah, he's 24. How long have you been playing against him?
Yeah, a few years. I think I've not been in the national team where he's also been in the team, so it's been a while. Like, we've played in friendly tournaments against each other and things, and we've played in European club competition against each other. But internationally, I don't think we've ever been at the same major tournament.
Oskor shooting his first three. Oh, they called it charge.
If they're going to call that, that could be a problem for Oscar, because there tends to be quite a bit of contact on his threes there. He's comfortable rolling in and absorbing that.
Well, and I think that when the refs started seeing it get chippy last night, they definitely were blowing the whistle more than they usually do.
Yeah. I mean, it's important. You need to be careful that these things don't get out of control, but at the same time, you need to understand the spirit of the game. And if it's not getting,
I want to see the flow of the game myself. But I don't.
Absolutely, people should be fired up. This is a world championship.
Right.
Nice dump down there.
Definitely. Beautiful assist by Murat down into Ismail R.
Yeah, R and Khan have both made careers out of this for Turkey.
Oh,
Again, rolling in, knowing that the contact's coming, doesn't let that contact phase them and knocks down the shot regardless.
Yeah, Ismail had almost 20 points last night, and he got tossed, I think, in the third quarter. He only missed one shot.
Wow. Good look from the top. Unfortunately, couldn't quite make the dump down to Ahmed there. He had run quite a nice pick and roll on the power side. Again, the dump down to Khan.
Beautiful.
Nice finish again. Italy are spending a little bit too much time here, I think, just focusing on the big guys from Turkey, like a little too much outside. Need to recognize that these rollers are really strong. There's Ahmed.
Ooh, he almost got that to spin in. Farid with the back in. That's his first.
Yeah, that's not a terrible decision by Ferret there. If he can stay out of foul trouble later in the game, because Ahmed is a reasonable free throw shooter on his day, but he's certainly not the strongest in the Italian team. So it might not be bad to see what he's doing from the line. It's a good start.
It's 1 of 2.
Young Carasino there putting a little bit of pressure full court and getting himself backpicked. That could be a problem.
Yeah, Japan was putting all kinds of pressure on their score last night.
Nice
they really
finish
seemed
there
to
by
bother.
Ferret.
Beautiful. Do you think Italy has the speed to pick up Oskor both on defense and offense? Because that's what really seemed to bother him, was when they were putting two guys to back pick him.
That is exactly where I think Italy's problem may be in this game. Their size is pretty good. They have a good spread there, but their speed is not the greatest. Carasino is quite quick, but you don't necessarily want to lose one of your bigger players pressuring Oskor full court. But both of their lows, like Ahmed is quick, but on his own with all the picks that come to try and free Oskor, because again, the Turkish game, everything going through him, there'll be picks coming. Up there on his own could be a problem, and then when they have somebody backpicked, Turkey are really good at rolling and finishing, as we've seen from their low-class and their high-class players. For
such a fiery team, they're very disciplined.
Yeah, they are. They know exactly their role.
They keep their lanes. They don't cut each other off on those pick and rolls.
It's something that can certainly help them, that they understand their roles. It can hinder them at times when Oskar's not having such a great game, and they're used to him taking so much of the responsibility, then it can be difficult sometimes for other guys to take over. But when he has his normal good day, then It's something that's really, really helped this team, that they all are very accepting of their roles. They know there's a hierarchy within the team, and that's very clear, and they understand that and play really well within it. Mismatch on the baseline here. Another nice finish.
Kopo's not going to miss many of those. Nice ball pressure.
Yeah, Osgood spending a little bit too much time talking to the referees there, losing focus, believing there was a foul.
Well, and the guy that put pressure on the shot was the one leading the break. So if anybody gets back on defense there,
exactly.
that doesn't happen.
Carasino playing a little bit of a dangerous game there, booming in Osgood's face on his way back down the court. I wouldn't recommend getting him riled up early in the game. At the minute, Osgood seems quite quiet. He's maybe a little too relaxed, and it'd be a dangerous game to try and get him fired up.
Nice dump into Kant. Nice finish.
Another three from Spanu, again long this time. It doesn't seem to be the normal energy at the moment from the Turkish team. Hopefully that comes later in the game, but maybe yesterday's game really took something out of them emotionally. Nice finish.
I took the bus back the same time, and I saw a little bit of their team meeting, and they were definitely hanging their heads, and you hate to see that, but
absolutely, and that's something that gets the problem with tournament play, that you need to, after any result, you need to immediately pick yourself up, refocus, win or loss, and move straight on. It can be difficult sometimes, particularly for these more emotional teams. Great shot from the middle there by Ferrer. That's a really nice look. If he's going to make that consistently, then Italy are going to have a lot of problems here today. They're trying to play Osgood with Osgood and his roller, either of the low pointers, with three people at the moment, leaving either 55 free on the weak side or Ferret free in the middle. And if either of those have a halfway good day, it could be a problem. Carasino missing his first free throw here. He's another one of the Italians that isn't traditionally the greatest free throw shooter. Much better with the second. That's going to be important because the Turkish team will foul and try and put people to the line here. So it's going to be important that Italy knock down these cheap points.
Ooh, nice hands.
From the outside now.
That gets the crowd fired up.
Yeah, 4-point lead for Turkey with 3 minutes remaining. No rotations from either team yet.
Oh, nice give and go.
Fake.
Oh, Carasino goes tumbling.
That's unfortunate there. He may have been better just sitting solid and taking the shot rather than trying to tilt out the way of the pressure. Osgood was already rolling past him there. He would definitely have been better just taking his time and showing a little more composure.
Yeah, let the defender fly by.
Absolutely.
But, you know, we're in the highlight reel generation, right?
Exactly. Another 3 not made by the Italians, but they get the board and then the turnover. Really nice even scoring spread by Turkey at the moment. 4 points for Khan, for Gumus, for R, none for Wbwc, surprisingly, and 4 points for Arslanoglu. That's going to be very difficult. Any scoring spread like that makes it hard for the opposition to defend.
And that's the opposite of what we've seen in the last 2 Turkey games here at the World Championships this year.
It's difficult to know if that's due to the pressure put on Ozgur by the Italians, or Ozgur taking a slightly more relaxed approach to this game at the moment than he did last night. Not quite so fired up just yet. Looking for the mismatch here, though. Dump down to R, nope.
Nice hands by Poppy there. He can really move for a guy his size.
Mismatch in the middle. Gumus might have been better taking that shot a little earlier through the contact, trying to draw the foul there, because there was a definite backing by Spanu, I believe it was. Not quite aware of the shot clock, perhaps.
I'm surprised that a lot of these teams don't start counting from the bench on the shot clock.
Nice roll, good pressure by Wbwc there. Italy can't make the putback. Happy makes the second. Yeah, Ozgur moving with a little more purpose now.
A nice dump inside by Khan.
I believe that foul was called on which of the 2 big guys was that? Was that Papi? No.
Jacopo Genanazi.
Okay.
That's his second. That could be a problem for them.
Exactly. If he can control it from here, he should be all right. But one more soft call or one slightly silly foul, and it could be a problem for him. Makes both there, restoring Turkey's 4-point lead. A relatively close game, though, so far. Really not quite the intensity that I would have expected. Again looking for the 3. They have not been that close from the 3-point line yet. I believe they're 0-4 right now, the Italians. They might be better off working a little bit more for the ball movement rather than looking for that early 3.
Definitely.
Another look for Ferret from the middle, doesn't quite drop this time. That was a good early shot for Turkey, though. Perhaps a little too early, but they had the potential for a 2-for-1 situation here, depending when the Italians decide to take this shot. That is a long shot for Carasino. He's not really known for his range. Ozgur on the mismatch. Ozgur calling a play here for the Turkish team with 14 seconds on the shot clock. He's telling the team to take their time, run the clock down here. Only a 1 second differential between shot and game clock. Looking for the three, a long three. So 4-point lead for Turkey at the end of the first quarter here. Not quite the game I was expecting right now. A lot slower, a lot more cautious from both teams.
Do you think that's intentional, or do you think that they're both a little drained from their losses yesterday?
It's hard to tell. I think we'll know a little bit more about that towards the end of the game. We'll see how both teams come out in the fourth quarter.
And you're right, Italy was 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah, huge difference in the field goal percentage there. But a lot of offensive rebounds, it seems, for the Italian team to have taken that many more shots than Turkey right now.
Bekle abi, bu yolu koyup bekle, ondan sonra içeri gir. Tamam, şutlar atalım zaten. Tamam abi, aynı devam abi, aynı şekilde devam. Hadi bakayım Fero, iyi misin? Hadi bakayım, hadi. Hadi abi, sağlam hadi.
All looking very calm on the Turkish bench, no real stress yet. They know they're playing comfortably within themselves right now.
It does seem that part of that meeting last night might have been to keep their emotions under control. This has been a totally different team than I saw in those first 2 games.
Absolutely, it may well have been. I think that's something that will potentially do them well as the tournament goes on. It's if they get a bit of a reputation within the tournament itself for being a little too fiery, then that's something that could hurt them going into later games in any sort of 50-50 situation. The referees might start blowing against them a little, so it's maybe good for them to have a quieter game where they're not too fired up right from the get-go.
And I felt some of that last night in that Japan game.
It's certainly difficult to maintain that level of emotional intensity over what's essentially a 2-week tournament. Like, there's a lot of basketball to be played with a team that don't rotate a huge amount. There's a lot of minutes to be played yet, so expending all that energy right in the beginning is so maybe it's a good idea for them to take their time a little here. Turkey running the power side now.
Khan at the free throw line.
It's a good look. Doesn't quite drop. Italy really taking their time here, rolling the ball in to allow the shot clock to stop and give them as much time as possible on the offense. Again, setting up for the 3 for Spanu. Couldn't quite handle the pass. Papi from outside, doesn't go. There's Ahmed using the most of his reach, getting in there, just tipping the ball away for a teammate. Another shot from outside. Italy really not taking advantage of their height here. They've got a lot of big guys on the floor and they're not really looking to roll.
Oh, nice roll by Spanu.
Actually, smallest guy on the court makes the roll and it's a great finish. Spanu now with some full court pressure on Ozgur.
Ismail from the elbow.
Doesn't drop, nice offensive board, too long. Nice roll from Carasino, but he just took a little too long waiting for the call that didn't come. Papi just telling him to relax and keep playing there. Still complaining to the referee.
And have you ever seen a ref change his call from your debate with him?
Not enough that it makes it worthwhile, but I think that's a debate I should stay out of. I can spend a little time talking to referees as well. Nice finish there by Carasino. Deals with it the right way, gets on, plays, goes in strong and finishes. Nice dump down again. Oh, good pressure over the top.
Yeah, just couple with a nice block.
Nice,
nice
movement.
Beautiful.
Great dump off there by
The one
Ahmed.
extra pass made that so much easier.
Exactly, and that's tied the game. Turkey scoreless in this quarter right now.
I believe Italy even took a 2-point lead on that one. I think the scoreboard was just a little slow.
Yeah, 6-0, I believe, this quarter for the Italians.
La cosa è che sta andando bene e lavoriamo bene in difesa.
Carlo De Gusto on the bench for the Italians is also staying very calm. He's another coach who can get really fired up in games. He's been known to really give players a hairdryer treatment, but an experienced guy like him knows his team are in good momentum right now. That maybe they're not playing their best basketball, but they're slowly coming back here and taking the lead finally against the Turkish.
Well, you got to be happy with a lead. They've been relatively cold from the field, and still to have a 2-point lead at this point in the game.
Absolutely. Both teams know that they're playing well within themselves, that they're not really come out of second or third gear just yet. There's a lot more that they can give in these games.
Are you surprised that basically they've run the starting 5 the whole game?
A little. I'm not sure how much depth Italy have coming off the bench. They're a bit of a newer team than I've seen in previous years. Turkey absolutely have some talent though. They have an absolute giant in Cem sat on their bench who can come in, and that will change their game a lot. Both coaches seem quite happy though to let things run at the moment.
Well, it seems Turkey usually plays 8 deep.
Yeah. Another shot by Ozgur then doesn't quite drop. Turkey pick up the rebound though. Needs a pick. Foul on the catch there, Turkey ball.
Gioli, Poppy picking up his first on that one, debating with the refs.
Pretty hard foul there. Another timeout called.
İsmail. Değişiyorsun şeyle Metin'le. Metin şeyle oyna.
Looks like some changes might be coming from the Turkish team here.
The crowd seems a lot more subdued today than last night too. I mean, it seems like they feel the energy of their team.
Yeah, it seems like maybe they're feeding off each other here. That the sort of head of the Turkish team in Ozgur is playing very quietly, and either he isn't feeding from the crowd or the crowd isn't feeding from him. But everyone's definitely keeping pretty quiet here, surprisingly quiet here today.
It is surprising. I mean, these other games I've seen Ozgur go for more than 30 each game, and he doesn't have any points yet. It's pretty surprising, and only a couple assists.
I'd be very surprised if that lasts the entire game.
Oh, of course.
Ozgur under a lot of pressure here, two defenders on him. Ferret with the ball though.
Yeah.
That's a nice smooth shot from Ferret there. Takes his time, very composed.
Keeps making those, and they're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Absolutely. Pappy at the elbow.
Oh, nice soft touch.
That's a good shot for him. He's not a guy who really wants to dive inside too much. He's happier, despite his size, he's happier playing in a little bit of space on the outside. And
it seems like he's got enough speed that you would expect him to cut inside a little bit more often.
Absolutely, but I don't know, some bigger players don't really like the pressure they get when they go inside. They prefer a comfortable, 8-foot shot rather than a contested 4-foot shot.
Oh, it's all what you're comfortable with, for sure. Oh, Ferry's a 3. That's Poppy.
Showing his range there.
Italy out to a 5-point lead now. It's a 9-point turnaround in the first 6 minutes of the second quarter. Ozpor forcing oh wow, Khan with the rebound.
Yeah, signs of frustration here from the Turkish team.
Ooh.
Oh, that is uncharacteristic of Ahmed there.
Nice patience there by Farid, instead of settling for the elbow to dump it into Murat.
Exactly, it wasn't really a shot fake, but just showed enough of it to convince the player to turn and left a nice roll. Changes from both teams here. Santarelli coming into the game for the Italians. Murat doesn't quite get the roll there. Makes a second. Another change about to come for Turkey, it seems. Made two already, both low pointers subbing out.
Yeah, they brought Metin in. I haven't seen much of him in this tournament, and I don't think I've seen it. I don't know.
Nice shot again by Papi. He's starting to find his rhythm here in the game. That's 11 points now for Papi.
Oh, Fair, nice smooth.
Great shot again.
Ferret's really showing up this game.
Absolutely leading scorer right now for the Turkish with 8 points, Ferret.
I haven't seen this lineup from Turkey very much.
No, Toprak entering the game here for
nice
Ferret.
hands by Salim
Nice
Sayak
steal.
with the steal.
3-on-1 here for Turkey.
Oh,
Nice
I
fake.
like the pass fake right before the finish.
There you go. Oscar's starting to get a little bit fired up there, booming in the Italian player's face.
You got Jacopo to really bite on that pass fake.
Absolutely. Crowd getting a little louder now. You see how the Italians respond to that. Nice pass to the middle. Shot doesn't drop. Offensive board though. Papi again from the elbow.
Wow,
You're going to have to get a handout to Papi, or ideally pick up these defensive rebounds.
right. I mean, he's on fire. He hasn't missed much at all.
Good ball swing by Oscar there. Nice dump down.
Sayak.
Oh, trying to draw the foul. He might have been better moving the ball there. Ball in Papi's hands again. Another shot from the wing doesn't drop this time though. Nice drive, unlucky there. Oscar floating around a little outside the three-point line, but not really close enough to three to be a threat right now. He seems, their timing seems a little off there. There's a couple of picks set for him, which he didn't follow. He was waiting for a third, which didn't come, and a discussion between the two players there about whether he should have picked or not.
Yeah, he seems awfully complacent this game.
Yeah. That drive drew the 5th foul there from Jacobo. The 3rd foul, sorry, so he is now benched.
Jacobo's only got 4 points, but he's got 6 rebounds already, and those second chance points have been a lot of Italy's attack.
Absolutely. They saw at the quarter-time break that Italy have had a lot more offenses than Turkey so far this game. Here you go with the double, the triple pick for Oscar at the top. He's a little more fired up now. Pass doesn't go, picks it up off the board. Nice putback there. So good composure, good strength there.
And Marat cleans it up for him.
Very nice finish. Unlucky not to get the call there, I think. Turkey just 1 down now. Spanu again floating around waiting for this 3.
You can hear the crowd really getting into it now.
Nice finish by Spanu. Turkish players getting a little fired up with each other here. Maybe that's what they need, just to bring them a little energy into this game. Osgood double teamed on the free throw line, but with a mismatch, nice dump down. Unlucky. Santarelli with a tough shot from the baseline, doesn't drop. Turkey again taking their time.
Oh, nice hands.
3-on-1 here, 3-on-2 now. Nice pass.
Oh.
Bit of a hard touch off the glass there. Oh, double pick again for Osgood there.
Ugur from 3. Oh.
That was very short. Good ball movement though by Oscar, like taking the first and the second pick and then finding the open man.
I'd still rather see him shoot that ball from the corner. But
I think it would have been a better look, but the player is able to make that 3-point shot. It's maybe coming in a little cold.
No, it's always rough when you're taking a shot when you're only off the bench for 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always admire those guys that come in red hot. You know?
Yeah, I think that kind of thing is very much an attitude thing. It's also an experience thing of whether you're used to that role of coming in off the bench and playing, or whether you're a guy who with every team has played 40 minutes. I think there's a different skill in both of those roles. Staying focused for 40 minutes or being able to come in and be immediately focused.
That is definitely a skill to stay focused while on the bench.
Yeah. I always found something that helped with that was to keep moving on the bench, not to sit there, because I found the habit of, if I was sat still, then my arms would maybe be crossed, or you wouldn't have the same blood flow. So I always find it good to just keep moving, like
or even just have a resistance band, or yeah.
Absolutely, something just to keep moving, keep the blood flowing, that you're not sat in the same position for a few minutes and getting really cold. Sections of the Turkish fans trying to pick their team up here and louder all the time in the gym. Spanu again from outside, another one doesn't go.
What do we got?
Hard fall there by Spanu as well, trying to squeeze between 2 Turkish players.
That's number 2, second personal on Spanu.
Yeah, there was definitely not a gap there for him to fit through.
A hard fall on the elbow.
Yeah, those are the kind of falls that can really hurt in wheelchair basketball. You spend so much time falling out of your chair and landing on the same point in your elbow. You get these little bursts and real sensitive points in the elbow.
I've definitely experienced that.
nice finish. Italy in foul trouble here at the end of the quarter, so Turkey at the line.
And Turkey hasn't been called for a single foul this quarter.
That is also pretty surprising.
But yeah, that's what I was saying about them being so mellow this game. It's showing some positive results for them.
Absolutely. Only a 1-point game again now. 44 seconds left on the game clock. Italy taking their time. No real outlet at the moment. Papi doesn't make the shot. The 2-second differential between shot and game clock here, and see if Turkey take their time. Pick for Oscar off the ball here. He's still trapped in the corner. Lots of time still though. Oscar drives inside, and there are his first 2 points of the game. It might be the first time I've seen him booming on a layup there, but that was a nice finish in between a lot of hands.
If you would have told me before this game that Oscar wouldn't score until 7 seconds left in the half, I would have told you you're nuts.
Exactly, and for Turkey to be 1 point up and Oscar to only have 2 points.
Right.
A halftime break here, so we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back with the second half soon.
spannend ist, also 17 Uhr auf der großen Hauptbühne, das große Konzert des heutigen Tages, die Bartha. Und es sind mindestens erste Mannschaft von Gröningen. Gehen Sie in die zweite Hälfte. Dieses unheimlich enge, spannende und rasante Spiel hier zwischen Italien und der Türkei. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Natürlich beide Teams unterstützt.
Che va sul lato. Di Claudio, anche se non sta segnando, loro escono per abitudine, ma riesce quell'altro gioco. Filippo, il gioco, cerca di qualche volta di farlo all'inverso.
Welcome back here for the second half of the Turkey-Italy game. Turkey leading by 1 right now. Let's have a little look through the stats, and Papi is still the leading scorer here for the Italians, shooting 6 of 13 from the field. Nobody else in double figures yet for the Italians. A really good scoring spread by the Turkish, though, with all of their starting 5 scoring between 8 and 2 points, and 3 guys off the bench also impacting on the scoring. That's going to be something, as we said earlier in the game, that I think will be really difficult for Italy to manage. If Ozgur Gorbelak only with 2 points so far in this game, and Turkey leading anyway, that's something that that could really be a problem if that spread continues throughout the game.
Ozgur from the corner, and he finds the range.
There we go. Ozgur coming out a little more fired up in the second half. Still only shooting 2 of 7 right now, but I can see that changing as this game progresses. Spanu again lining up the 3, decides not to take it. Turkish defense switch off though and just let him roll completely free. He's 4 of 5 now from inside, and none of 3 from outside, so I think we can see where his strength lies so far in this game.
Ozgur from the corner. Front of the rim.
A little bit of pressure from Turkey here with the 3-man press. Bit of an off-balance layup there by Spanu. Turkey come away with the ball.
Ozgur cross court. Ozgur from the corner. Can't quite find the range.
Little long again. Getting a little pressure from Turkey. Back picking a couple of the Italians. Oh, nice pickup there.
Oh,
3-second call. I haven't seen many of those yet this tournament. Carasino a little uncertain on his shot, pumping the ball a little too long maybe, and a 3-second call. Tough post up there by the relatively small forward Ozgur.
Spanu all the way, all by himself here.
Taking his time. Nice finish. Ferret looking to check back into the game here.
A little bit too much on the pass by Jacopo.
A little over-relaxed, not really concentrating here, the Italians.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy start here in the second half. Nice. Oh, blocked
nice
from behind by Ahmed.
4-on-2 for the Italians. See if they can attack it. Foul called. Turkey jumping out here, allowing the roll from Carasino. Foul on the shot. And Italy will go to the line for 2. More changes from Turkey, see if we can get a little bit of a lift to the team from the bench. Crowd booing there, trying to distract the shooter. Misses the first. And the second.
And they get the board.
Nice cut by Carasino. And goes to the line for 2. He used 1 from 2 earlier in the game. Let's see what he can do here from the line. Turkey are going to have to box out better than that, though. This is the first, looking frustrated there. Makes the second much more composed. Turkey now have Carasino, or had Carasino picked out, does well and fights and gets the steal.
Oh, nice dump down to Ahmed. And the finish.
Good job. That was great pressure by Carasino. Did exactly the right thing. He was back-picked, and so his coach will tell you, at that point, go and pressure the ball. Make things as difficult as you can for the opposition. Nice cut by Khan. Too strong on the finish, though. That touched nothing but the backboard. Long time in the key. No 3-second call there. Italy's lead out to 6 points now. Foul on the pass there, I believe.
It's number 4 on Jacopo Genanazi.
We'll see if Italy are going to make an early change here to try and protect him for later in the game. He needs to be careful. A lot of reaching there for a guy on 4 fouls. Good look from Ferret from the middle. Gets a nice roll. A good arc on that shot. A nice soft shot from the middle.
Were you surprised to see Ferret on the bench to start the second half after he was their leading scorer in the first?
A little, but the Turkish substitutions can be a little unpredictable at times. It's one of the things that makes them quite hard to scout, that you're never really sure if they're going to start with that same lineup coming out in the third. Nice roll from Carasino. Ferret again free in the middle. Decides not to take this one. Back out to Osgur. Good triple switch there by the Italians. Recognized that Khan was going to be rolling, helped down from the middle, and made it a difficult shot for the lower class player. Ahmed with the roll. Again, nice finish from Ahmed.
Italy's blown it out to an 8-point lead, 42-34. Good start with the second half.
Turkey are going to have to change something here. They're really not looking on their rhythm at all at the moment.
Hadi beyler hadi alo. Abi duvar savunmasınız ya. Ya beyler savaşmamız lazım. Savunmada herkes var. Kaldırsın kafasını.
Turkish fans trying to impart some energy to their team. The chance to get started.
Ay ters gir abi gir. O zaman niye girmiyorsun?
They certainly need that right now because they're in a little bit of a hole at the moment. They don't look overly fired up. They don't really look like they're fighting here in this game.
They really seem like they're in a funk.
Absolutely. Two of the Italian players now up into double figures. Spanu and Papi with 12 and 13 points respectively. Only Ferit Gumus for the Turkish who's up in double figures right now. It'll be Turkey ball from the baseline. Italy with ball pressure a long way from the three-point line here. Ferit with a lot of pressure, doesn't make the shot. Nice rebound by Spanu. Italy again with the break. Nice pass back by Spanu, good ball movement. Fade away by Papi, timing a little off there. I think if he'd have made his cut to the center a little later, he'd have maybe had just a straight post-up shot rather than having to fade away.
Oh, nice hands there by Papi. Ooh.
All sorts of confusion there. Turnover ball by the Italians. Ahmed directly onto Oscar's foot plate and he turns the ball over. 2-on-1. Turkish player gets a lot of the ball there, but also chair contact, and it's going to be a foul here.
It's the second on Kamal Safak, number 1.
I'm a little bit surprised that foul was called on him. I thought his hand was fairly clean over the top, but Oscar went in pretty hard on the chair there. I think it helped that maybe he put his hand up early just to claim that foul and protect his captain there. Ahmed again struggling from the line with the first. And the second, that is 1 of 4 from the line from Ahmed so far this game. Oh, Oscar underneath. Ball goes to Khan though.
Oh, nice hands by Jacopo Genanazi.
Telegraphed the pass a little bit there, leading to a 1-0 layup for Italy. Ahmed makes no mistake. 2 more points.
Italy's out to a 10-point lead now. Second half has been all Italy.
Normally you would say there's a long time left in this game and that 10 points isn't really a problem. But the way Turkey are playing, absolutely, it's a 10-point, just the emotional side of there being a double-figure deficit could be difficult for Turkey if they remain this flat.
Well, we knew that there might be an emotional hangover from the Japanese game. I just expected them to recover by this point.
I'm sure the coach would have hoped so. It looks like the table are signaling that that was the 5th team foul by Turkey this quarter, which would put them to the line.
Right.
seems to not be the case, despite that what the scoreboard's saying.
Pretty sure the scoreboard's accurate. I mean, I've been looking each foul.
Missed layup there by Carasino. He's going to have to make those shots. Nice ball movement by Turkey. Oh, great hands though by Papi. Really smart there. If Papi had reached in from the top, there's a good chance that he'd have been called for the foul. But by digging from underneath and coming up, it was a lot more subtle a touch on the ball.
I'm surprised they don't teach that more when you're going in for a steal.
Absolutely. Nice finish there by Carasino. That was much better. Again, pumping the ball quite a lot though. It's a dangerous habit, especially as you saw earlier in the game. It can lead to a 3-second call if he's not too careful. 2-on-1 on the side here for Turkey. Good composure.
Definitely. Way to bring the ball back down when he felt the pressure from behind. And that soft touch rolls in.
Oh, nice move by Ahmed. And again.
Oh, nice ball movement.
Papi, nope, not fade away this time. Nice pass to Carasino. Again, knocks it down.
Nice patience. You had a couple guys that might have thought they had a good shot, but they settled for a much better one.
Italy really starting to step up a little bit here, and Turkey making more and more turnovers. Lucky to get away with that there.
Turkey's going to call it another timeout.
Oscar Gurblak really not looking very happy there as the Turkish team go in for the timeout. They're going to need him to pick it up a little bit and really lead this team for the last 11 and a quarter minutes here.
Glielo chiami così lui può attaccare quello con la palla. L'ho capito benissimo. Ci sono, infatti apposta ti ho detto torna.
12-point lead for the Italians right now, biggest of the game so far. It'll be interesting to see what Turkey can do to fight their way back into this. Crowd incredibly quiet still, completely different from the atmosphere we saw here in the gym last night.
I'm just surprised at Oscar's approach to this game after the last 2 games I saw. He's only got 2 assists in addition to only having 4 points, after averaging 15 assists and 30 points in the first 2 games.
Exactly, and 4 turnovers there, so he's been looking for these passes, but maybe not with the focus they had in earlier games. Of course, these are, in inverted commas, only group games, but these games have a big focus on who the teams play coming up in the quarterfinals as well, with all the teams from the groups progressing to the quarterfinals. But placings are very important for an easier matchup, or potentially easier matchup, going into the later stages. That nice roll by Dennis there for Turkey.
I think that's Dennis' first appearance in the game, right? And he's usually a regular. Kind of surprised he hadn't seen any minutes till this point.
He's another guy who can bring really good energy off the bench here, so we'll see if that's what he brings today. Nice ball movement again. Good soft touch by Papi off the glass. There's 30 seconds left in the quarter. A lot of pressure by Italy, a long way from the basket. Oscar with no real outlet here, everyone's picking for him. Double teamed almost at half court. Very loose pass by Turkey. Nice dump down.
Nice. Oh!
Second time in the game, Turkey not really aware of the shot clock there. Turkish bench looking very quiet as well. A lot of guys sat their arms folded, not a lot of emotion coming there. They're supporting the guys out on the floor. Italians, on the other hand, hands in the air, waiting to celebrate the 3, not quite made by Papi though.
They are much more animated.
That was a 21-8 quarter for the Italians there. That was that's going to cause a big problem for Turkey going into the last quarter here. With all the offensive power a team like Turkey have, they really can't only score 8 in a quarter.
Shocking.
The percentages have dropped way away here for Turkey, down at just 38% now, 16 of 42 from the field. These turnovers as well, 10 turnovers by Turkey, have definitely contributed to that.
Rimbalzo nostro, apertura. Attenzione se fanno pressing. Andiamo via lo stesso, anche con questo quintetto. Tu e Filippo primo appoggio. Jack viene via. Jack viene
All looks very relaxed on the Italian bench right now.
Se a venire, Filippo, vieni di qua.
Carlo not as animated usual, just calmly talking to his players.
Ragazzi, Giulio, giochiamo tutti i palloni. Giochiamo tutti i palloni, non forziamo al tiro, ok? Non caliamo in difesa, la stiamo vincendo lì, la stiamo vincendo lì. Quando possiamo prendiamo.
I don't even see the Turkish coach talking right now. Oh, now he's talking again, but for a little while there, he was trying to compose himself, it looked like.
I mean, it's a difficult situation. It's on the one hand, you don't want to rant and rave at your players and them completely lose it. On the other hand, you need to try and find a way to motivate them, and different things motivating different players. It can be hard to find the right balance there. And Italy ball here with Papi to inbound.
I know pre-game we both would have picked Turkey in this game, am I right?
Absolutely. I was fairly confident that this was going to be a Turkey win with them rebounding from yesterday and coming out all guns blazing, but that has certainly not been the case. Ozgo looking for the three, but all four of the 5 Turkish players all in a really small area at the top of the key there. Very congested. Really not on the same page at the moment.
No. Ooh. What do you think? I think the refs kind of might have missed that call.
I'm not really sure what it is that they've called that.
They're calling it Turkey's ball, but I don't. That's not what I saw.
I'm really not sure at all. There's a few too many hands in there.
Right.
And Italy double teaming Ozgo way outside the 3-point line.
Suppose there's not a little bit more aggression there from Dennis.
A nice finish though. That's good composure. He'd missed a couple of shots from that same position earlier in the quarter, so does well to knock that down there. Nothing but net. Nice touch just to deny Ahmed the layup there. Papi pulls out. Good spacing, knocks down a comfortable bank shot.
I don't know how you lose Papi right there under that basket.
Yeah, he's definitely Italy's biggest threat. They need to have an eye on him at all times. Another turnover by Ozgo. Complaining there's a foul on that. 3-on-1 though for Italy now. Ozgo getting very frustrated, trapped right up near the halfway line. Nice rebound by Khan. Recycles the ball very well.
Nice pass. Oh. Turkey just can't get anything going.
Not at all.
Oh, Italy throws it away.
14-point lead by Italy here, and they haven't really come out of second gear to get that. They've had short spells where they've knocked down their shots, but outside of that, they really haven't looked that dominant in this game. It really feels more like it's Turkey giving the game away a little bit.
Right, just a big letdown after the intense game last night with Japan.
Oscar fighting through a lot of contact there.
What kind of adjustments would you make if you were Turkey's coach? It seems like they're doubling Oscar all the time and he's just off his game.
It's really difficult. They can't really run without Oscar on the floor anywhere near as effectively, because even with him frustrated and not really having his best day here, very unfocused defense by Italy there, gives the easy 2 points to Dennis. Even with Oscar on the floor, he's at least drawing a lot of attention to give these easier looks to other players.
I mean, they're double teaming him every time. It's like there's got to be somebody open on each of these possessions.
You would hope so. I would maybe think about bringing Cem Gazi.
Yeah, we haven't seen him at all. Has he even been in the game?
He's not been in the game yet, no.
That's surprising.
I mean, I'm sure the coach has a feel for whether he feels he's ready to play or not, though. If he's sat looking very relaxed, shall we say, on the bench right now, the coach might feel that he's perhaps not ready to play, or the coach will have his reasons, I'm sure.
Right. But I mean, yeah, I'm surprised because he played a pretty good sized role the last couple of games I saw. I mean, maybe 20 minutes, but he probably played half the minutes.
He's over the years has had quite a dominant role for the Turkish team, like not the sort of leadership role of somebody like Ozgo, but he was a really dominant factor for them for a couple of years. He's not been quite to that level recently, but he's definitely a guy who on his day could do a job here and maybe just change the game a little to have that mismatch threat from the edge of the key.
He's the only player on the Turkish team that hasn't seen the floor.
I'm sure there's a reason for that.
Right.
A lot of time taken by Ferret there. Shot doesn't drop though. Foul by Khan. Italy taking their time, good ball movement, swing the ball from side to side. Dump inside from Papi. Good composure again by Carasino, gets a kind roll.
Just too easy.
There's so little chair contact by the Turkish team right now, they're just allowing these rolls.
Nice dump to Farid.
That's more like it. If Turkey can play a little bit more like that, they have a chance to come back into this game, even if it is slim.
Well, we're under 6 minutes. I know the cliches like that's an eternity, but really isn't.
No, a team like Turkey have a lot of firepower, but they really haven't got long to get firing now. And if they're going to keep conceding easy baskets like this, then they're making their job even harder. A little bit of fire on defense here, like putting some real effort into stopping chairs, not just looking for these shots on offense. Good look again by Ferret, doesn't drop.
Ooh, nice hands
by Ozgo. Nice tip by Ozgo, great
they
save.
need some more of that. Oh. Heartbreaking when you get a steal like that and can't convert it at this point in the game.
It was a great effort play there.
Definitely. Well, the score looks like he hurt his back on that last play.
Yeah, he does appear to have some sort of problem here. He had been struggling in a lot of the preparation games with some form of injury. I'm not sure if that was his back, but he sat out quite a few of the games in the lead up to the tournament. He doesn't look very happy right now, though. Crowd getting behind him here, hoping to see him back in the game. physio signaling that Ozgur should be taken out of the game for now.
Won 3 games of this competition. This is his first time off the floor. See how the Turkish team reacts.
Tamam mı? Sağlam bırak. Haydi haydi haydi. Haydi. 1, 2, 3.
Got to be hard not to be demoralized with your leader coming off the floor. Ooh.
That was a hard fall,
Yeah,
a little off balance as he landed.
Ooh. Definitely felt that pain from up here vicariously.
Yeah, you know how he feels right now.
For sure.
It will be difficult here for Turkey. They absolutely need to not let their heads drop too much, because point spread could play a difference here later on when it's deciding crossovers. Papi very open from the top, doesn't make it count. Turnover again by Turkey. Papi again doesn't make it count.
Both teams playing a little sloppy here.
Yeah. It's not very pretty out there right now. Italian coach still taking this game very seriously, though. He respects the threat that Turkey present, reigning European champions, despite their performance here today. So he's not rotating too much right now and resting any players. Nice finish there.
Opportunity for a 3-point play for Ferret here. Turkey really needs it.
Interesting to see if he takes over a little bit more of a leadership role in this team as one of the most experienced guys out there. Nice composed finish by Ferret for the 3-point play. Still in a 13-point hole here, though, Turkey, with 4:18 left to play.
That's 15 points for Ferret, and nobody else on Turkey is in double digits. Ooh. And a steal. Turkey showing some signs of life here. Khan with an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Again, maybe there is some life in this team.
Yeah, we're not writing them off yet. Deficit down to 11 after ballooning to 16 just a moment ago. You hear the crowd getting into it. Score's still laying on his stomach, being worked on by the trainers. So I don't see him coming back anytime soon.
No, I have a feeling he might be done for today.
Yeah, I believe so.
Perdiamo palla, ma difendiamo. Dai. Partita 16 sopra.
It's great to see the team respond positively to that development.
Absolutely, that'll give them confidence going into later games this week, I'm sure.
Il problema è diverso. Se io voglio che giochiamo la palla perché tiene adesso. Ok. Ahmed e Jack. Filippo vengono di qua, Filippo e Andrea, così c'hai doppio appoggio. Tu rimetti e Ahmed secondo appoggio. Italia, dai.
Italy just need to make sure that they remain focused here for the last 4 minutes of this game. They don't want to let the game get too close. Seeing a highlight there, Ozgur did initially try to get back up. Converts a 3-point play as well. That is just a 10-point game now.
Turkey showing some resilience here. 4 minutes to play.
they could get a stop here, that could really change the momentum of this game. Khan putting a lot of pressure there up high. Italy have rotated Papi out the game for now. Nice roll though by Ahmed and gets the finish. Turkey taking their time despite not having that long left in the game.
Be quick but don't hurry, John Woodnow has told us.
Exactly. Miscommunication as well there from Turkey. Italy playing an identical defense, even though Ozgo's out of the game right now, pressuring up right above the three-point line, making any sort of passing or picks very, very difficult for Turkey. Italy taking their time.
Nice patience by Karasina.
That's a good decision by him there, I think. Nice dump down again.
And Ahmed finishes.
They're going to have to triple switch to that dump down a little bit earlier. The help did come, but it just came a little too late, and the defender flew past Ahmed, allowing the shot. Ball again trapped way up high.
Three-point
shot anyway. That was maybe not the best shot he could have chosen. Ferret relatively
you can feel
free
the
on the wing.
desperation. Down to 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, game back out to 14 points now. Looking more and more difficult for Turkey. Karasina with good composure, but again, shot not dropping. Could have maybe taken a little more time and another couple of extra passes there. There's a lot of pressure up high still. Can't convert. Nice pass by Karasino. Layup a little wild though by Spanu. He's had a good game from inside generally, but that was a little out of control there.
Oh, sloppy ball handling. And I think there's an intentional foul on somebody.
There
I saw?
Yeah, there was, I mean, Deniz there just failing to make the 6-foot pass, is right behind his teammate, who then turned and stopped the fast break just by digging his front wheels into the back wheel of an opposition, and
it looks
intentional foul.
It looks like that's on Kamal Safak, #1. He's got 3. And the intentional, that's more or less the nail in the coffin here, even if he doesn't convert these.
Yeah, only probably 4 possessions left in the game here, and 4 or 5 at least, and that's going to make it difficult for Turkey now.
Yeah.
Doesn't convert the second, but is a 15-point lead with 1:38 left. Italy really taking their time. Not a huge amount of pressure from Turkey, allowing Spanu to roll. Good strength is shown there, but foul was called before he released. Called on the initial pump fake. More changes here from Italy, just bringing Papi back into the game for the last minute. knocks down the first free throw there. He's 4 or 5 from the line now in this game, and fairly consistent. And 5 from 6. Actually progressed to now being Turkey's second leading scorer with just with 9 points. Again, Ahmed with the roll, comfortable layup. Ahmed now on 15 points for the game as well. That's pretty good from him. Good ball movement by Turkey. Last pass doesn't quite make it. Karasino getting very fired up here with 45 seconds to go. 4 guys from Italy now in double figures. That's a very hard scoring spread to stop. And the steal. Happy with the break. Takes his time, easy 2 points.
19 for Poppy. Yeah, nice game. He's got 15 boards and 8 assists, 3 steals.
Yeah, he's definitely been the key man for Italy here today. Game is now a 17-point lead for the Italians. See if they dribble it out here.
Yeah, it looks that way.
A bit of sportsmanship at the end there, just killing the game.
Yeah.
Italian fans incredibly happy there in the crowd. I'm not sure if that's a win that they would have expected before the start of the game today, but they did very well. They definitely deserved it, and I'm sure they didn't expect it to be quite as comfortable for them in the end as it was.
Yeah, and the fans, you could almost feel them holding their breath until the second half. You really didn't hear the Italian fans a whole lot until the second half.
Absolutely. They were very aware of how dangerous Turkey could be coming back into this game, but that just never really appeared. See Turkey there shooting 11% less than the Italians and taking 10 less shots. I mean, that's going to hurt you.
And at the beginning of the game, that was kind of the opposite.
Absolutely. Turkey shot very well at the start of very well, considerably better, at least at the start of the game. That's the end of the game here. Italy winning with 17 points over Turkey. We'll see you guys later.